Hello, everybody. How are you? This is going to be a fun day, and it's going to be more fun if I see the comments. There we go. So I had a window that got closed there, so that's never fun. You guys, this is going to be such a fun day. So Jimmy Lou from the Messy Craft Corner, she runs a Facebook group, Junk Journaling Jamboree, and we do all kinds of fun things over there. There's several events that we have every month. And so she has dreamed up a new one for us this time. And this is called Journal Pals. So Journal Pals is going to be, we each have the same cover that she sent us. It's for a junk journal that has a fabric. It's a vintage piece of bedspread, okay? A vintage piece of fabric. And so she has sent 3 other people. She has one and she sent it to 3 others. And so we are each using that same thing for the cover of our junk journal. So this should be a lot of fun. And I have not made a fabric covered journal. So this is kind of new to me. The insides, that's for me, it's kind of, I do the journals all the time. So that's nothing new. But this is going to be different, and the covers. But I've already got the cover on, and you may have seen the little short video that I did earlier so that I could get started. I went ahead and I got the signature in, and that way we can get going. We don't want to spend all the ways doing everything. Now I saw that Jimmy Lou from the Messy Craft Corner, if you don't know how to sew in a signature into a soft fabric cover, go over and check that out, because she actually showed that. And I was going to show mine, and I had so much trouble. I was glad I did not try to do that. I don't, it's just been one of those things. You get started doing something, and it's like, oh my goodness, what in the heck? So, hi Karen, Rhonda, Lisa, Cindy, Katie, Patty, everybody is jumping in here. Good to have you. Thanks for joining us today. So I'm kicking it off. So, who knows how that'll go. We'll have fun. Whatever. We're going to have fun, right? So I'm going to put us down here to the desktop so we can get going. So I had this was one of the doilies. It's all one piece. I mean, it's all one doily. And I had found it at a recent estate sale. And so when I opened and I saw the cover, I'm like, oh my gosh, I wonder if that doily is going to, go with that. And so I like it. I like it a lot. So I thought, well, that was kind of fun. And so I've just used Fabri-Tac to glue that on. So, okay, is everybody ready? Hi, Jimmy Lou. So here we are. Debbie, Roberta, hey everybody, thank you so much for popping in. So are you ready for the reveal for the inside? I wish I had music for that. I probably could figure that out, but I didn't. So here we go. It's going to be wildflowers. So I put some lace on down here, and of course, I've struggled with my sewing machine. I don't know what its problem is. So I noticed that it kept it would do a long loop. So I sewed it from this side. So I put these in and pinned it in. So I've got kind of, tuck spots on the top and the bottom and on the side. But I just thought it looked pretty. It just kind of, completed the look. Don't you like it? I think it looks really pretty like this. And so, as I sewed it from this side to make sure that I caught the lace, then when I got done and I was looking at it, there's something going on with, where the bobbin is. That's the bottom, your thread on the bottom when you're sewing on your sewing machine. And there's something going on. And I kept getting these places like this. I'll show you. I have no idea. It'll make a long loop. It's still got some stitches in there, but it's like making a long loop of thread. And that happened, like, here's another place. And I thought, well, that just adds to the junk journal effect, right? It's not going to be perfect. So here is what, let me put in here, let me copy them in, and I will put where I got my goodies, okay? I did not use one, you know, I'm an overachiever. I didn't use one kit. I used 3 different things that I got, you guys. Hang on one second, and let me copy them in here. So if anybody wants to, I'm not going to pin it because then it'll just make a mess. But I will put them all in there, and you can see the different kits. I actually used 3 of them. This is the one I found, and I really liked it, so it's got all of these. Then I found another kit that has, you know, pages like this with some writings, and even pages like this that didn't have anything. And I thought, you know, I think that those will kind of coordinate. So I did that. And then I'm like, well, I don't have anything for kind of the ephemera pieces. Neither of those things had that. So I got another kit. And so the 3rd kit listed actually is a whole kit. And it's got pages and, you know, lots of things that you can use for ephemera. And so, you know, if you wanted to use that, you know, that would be fine. You could just get by with that one kit. And so here we've got, you know, and I kind of like to lay them out so that sometimes you've got just, you know, a plain spread across, right? And then you can do whatever you want to in there. And, you know, just things with, you know, text. Looks like this is written in French, old French. And then another thing that I found was a package of onion skin paper at one of the estate sales. Look at that. Just something kind of fun. You know, it's just a little different. Look at these sweet little birds and things. Now, one thing I will tell you is on my particular, I dropped them in Canva, and the first ones I printed, let me see if I've got, oh, here they are. No, yeah, they are. Nope, I don't know what I did with the first one. They're kind of dark, you guys. And I'm like, well, they ended up being way, way too blue. In fact, a lot of them were really blue like this, and the browns were so dark. So I dropped down the tint like -25, and I got much lighter colors, and I liked them a lot better. So here's that same kit with the wildflowers. Isn't this pretty? And, you know, as you notice, inside, you don't even see what the cover is, right? So it could be anything. But look how nice the greens and the pinks look with this. So we've got a nice set of things. And this is, again, the other set that I got. So just a lot of fun. I used this quite a bit because it was really, you know, a plain thing. And then I also had a package of linen paper. This would have been something that you probably would do resumes or something on, you know, when we used to all have paper resumes that we sent everywhere. Now everything is so digital. They want to see the digital things first. And then these butterflies on this lined paper. This is so this would be like music paper that doesn't have anything on it yet. And then some more, you know, this is kind of like a statement, a balance. What would you call that? I've drawn a blank. Like a ledger sheet. Somebody's account. It's like their account, or a written, kind of a written receipt type thing. Just a lot of fun. And so then, you know, more of these papers, some more. I mean, it just had such a variety. So between the two of them, hey Molly, hi Lori, hey Sue, thanks for popping in, everybody. So just all kinds of goodness. So now we're back to the back sides of the pages, and still other fun stuff, right? Okay, so that's what we're starting with. And some of these pages had like different colors, one on one side and kind of the pinkish on one side and kind of a more green tint on the other. Hi Deborah, I'm fine. How are you doing? Hi Carol. Hi Sue. So there again is that onion skin paper. It's really thin. It's almost like you could use a piece of vellum like that too. Fun, fun, fun. So there we go. And I tried to not use too much of, you know, these papers. But anyway, you can do whatever you want to. Hi there, Lisa. Lisa's going to be up after me. So craft therapy with Lisa Ahmad. She's going to be next. So you can see everybody over in the Junk Journaling Jamboree group. Okay, you guys. So now this was something I had some trouble with some of my pages. These are not the ones. This must be the first ones I did, you guys. These are not the ones I'm going to use. They are a lot darker. See how much more yellow they are than these? And this is why I bumped it down and cooled the pictures off a little bit, because I really didn't want them this yellow. Okay, so I've got those. I also have ones with the same colors. And you guys, when I started, I had sides that were good, and then I started having trouble. This one's okay. Then I started having trouble like this. See these long stripes in through here? Now, if it was me, I could live with that. But one of the things that we're going to do is we are going to auction off our books, or we're going to sell them, and not today. If anybody's ready and does that, I don't know. I'm not going to be ready to do it yet. But we're going to do that, and then we are going to send a % of that sale to a charity that we select. And each person can select a different charity. I did not pick one yet. But this is what, I thought, well, since I'm going to have it for someone else, I really don't want it to be all stripy and the, problems like that. What's the one? Okay, here, this one is really bad. See how many of the lines it's got going up through it? And I mean, just on camera, just noticing, it's not too bad. But this one is the whole sheet has problems like that. Let me see if you can see. I can't believe, well, see, if you look down here, you can see where the color is changing and it's got those lines. Well, I have been having problems like that off and on. And here's a tip for you guys. I've done all the things of the nozzle checks to clean the nozzles, to align everything, and I still get things like this. And you have to be careful, because I recently learned that you want to use a power clean as a last resort, because when you do a power clean on your printer, you are reducing the lifespan of your printer. I never heard that before. And so in reading that came right from some of the printer manufacturers. So they don't really tell us that and I'm like, well, I don't really want to reduce the lifespan of my printer. Okay, so then I also found out that another thing that you might want to check is you need to make sure that your paper setting is correct. Well, that's kind of a problem when you when you've got something a little heavier. Like in mine, if I start to use that lightweight cardstock, there is not a paper setting for my printer that is anything like that. So I just always use plain paper. Now today, at the last minute, when I wanted to do 3 more sheets that were in that cardstock, I couldn't hardly get them to go through. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's gone. Now, that could be needing to clean the rollers on your printer, and you can do that with a soft cloth and just rubbing alcohol, and that helps to clean those little rollers off. I think they're like little rubber rollers. But the other thing is bump up the quality of your ink setting. And so I did that, and they came out perfect. So I know that was a lot of techie stuff. You're here for the crafting, but since a lot of us are using printables, that stuff is good to know, right? So there you go, free techie advice. Okay, so since I've got these extra pages, some of them are nice. Like here's one that is nice, and I thought it would be fun to use some of these and make pockets with them. So let's find one of these that matches this. Now how hard is that going to be? There's one right there. That's not it. Nope, not it. Look, I wouldn't be very good at the match game today, would I? Here it is. So I've got that one. Let's see if we've got any more like that. I'm not even sure which things didn't print right. I've got 2 of that one. I guess I've just got 1 of this one. So let's go ahead and let's just cut it. I'm just going to cut it out. And I'm going to just cut along here because I don't need the whole thing. You know what? Let's not do that. This is going to be super wonky. Let's at least cut it straight, right? Oh, and I'll show you another thing. Kind of, I should have made this with like lemons, like turning lemons into lemonade, because I've got some other things. Okay, so now this one in here, if we go ahead and put it on here, it's going to just go ahead and match. So whether we put something in the pocket or whatever, it's still going to match. We're still going to see, you know, a good portion of that. So I think I'm going to make this one of those tall pockets, and I think I'm just going to do it like this. I'm going to cut it from kind of the corner. So I'm going to put my corner up here, and I just want it about this tall down here. So that's what I'm going to do, is just slice that off. And I don't want it pointy. I'll just cut some of this off. So let's bump it up here so we know it's straight. Like that. And now we've got this little pocket right here, and it's going to match. Just like that. So, but, you know, let's give it a little bit of ink. We're not going to ink everything up, but, you know, now I've taken those pages that didn't print right on one side, and I've been able to use them for my project. Well, where is my little brush for my ink? I just was using that. Well, okay, hang on one second. I think I got another one up here. Here's a different one. I'll just use this one. Oh, here it is. It's in the drawer with the ink. Who'd have thought? What an idea. And you know what? I'll tell you what. It would also be pretty if you used a little bit of, I don't know, I should have picked a different color. You could use a little bit of green. Ooh, that'd be pretty. Green or a little bit of this blue color. Just going to put a little bit along the edges. Not much at all. Just enough that you can tell that it's something else there, not just the one picture, right? And I completely lost. There we go. Yeah, isn't that kind of fun? Hi, Martha. So now I'm just going to glue it on here like this. And you know what, you guys, I always trimmed off all of my white things along the side, and then I saw everybody just leaving them on there, and I thought, well, shoot, it'd be way easier to leave them on, so why not, right? But now look, I've taken those pages, or here's one of them anyway, and I've got another one that's a boo-boo, and I'm going to show you what I did with it. We can use it as well. So I'm just going to put that down there, kind of match up these where the color is right here, so it, and just ink it or glue it on those two sides. So now we've got a pocket like this. Okay, now let me show you another thing. Okay, see this paper right here? Okay. So it was supposed to be a double-sided page to go in the journal right here. And this side is upside down. So I'm thinking about it, and I thought, you know, if I cut it in half, I can flip the part that is upside down and still use it. So this, you know, and you guys know, I'm always fixing something, right? So today is like a lesson on how to fix what you're using for your journal. Hi, Sue. Oh, you missed the first 10 minutes. Okay, farther up, when did Christy start this journal? Okay, I did it today. I've got pages printed already. And up farther in the comments, you'll find the kits that I used. I used 3 different things today. The one actually is a full kit. 2 of them were just pages. One that has the wild flowers is just pages. And then the one that has these other things like this, those are just pages too. Now the third one I have, it has like some things that we can use for ephemera. Okay, and so I'm going to get that out in just a minute and we'll work on that. So that's a way that you can, you know, use the same print on there. So let's go in here. Okay, here's one right here. So we can put this one, and there were 2 in this kit. There's one page that's plain like this, and then there was another one that had writing and text and things like that. This looks like some kind of a I don't know, like an advertisement maybe or something. But all you have to do for this, now I've already got my signatures sewn in. If I wanted to, I could have, you know, done that. And if you've got a lot of extra things that are smaller, instead of doing a 3 pamphlet stitch, you can do 5. And it's a little more complicated, but you know, I have faith in you guys. You could do it. Hi, Betty. Let's see, did anyone else pop in or anybody else have a question? Hi, Donna. Yeah, but everybody has the same cover, the fabric. Everybody has the same fabric cover, and then we're doing whatever we want to the front, and then the inside's kind of a surprise. So mine is kind of a wildflower thing. So let's go ahead and let's cut this apart, because I'm going to have to separate it because I didn't get it in there. And you can see it would have, doing a 3 pamphlet stitch, I don't only hit this one center thing, so I would have had it through here and then just thread. So that's not a very good way to you know, have something in your journal, right? So because I'm going to have to cut it anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just trim the white part off of this one. Hope I got somebody sneaking in here. And I'm going to do a little bit to the side. And I'll do both of them because I'm probably going to use both of them. Now we might still have to trim a tiny bit off. I don't know yet. What? I don't know where my keys are. There. Did you find them? They're hanging on the thing, Jen. What keys are you looking for?
My keys, I couldn't go the other way.
They're out there hanging on the door. We've had everybody looking for keys at this place this morning. We've had one car in the shop, and people are just driving everybody else's cars, and so it's been kind of humorous wherever they are trying to find keys. My husband this morning is like, I can't find my keys. Can you get my keys? Okay, so we've got this here, and we could just, you know, we could bump it up a little bit. We could cut it a little bit smaller. Whatever you want to do, doesn't really matter. And I think I will cut a little bit more off. I'm not getting very far with this project. Let's see. There, I can cut those. You know, I'm just going to cut this off. There we go. And just put a little bit, let's just do this a three-sided pocket here. Okay. I'm anxious to see what other people have done for what they're going to use. So we've got that. Oh, I should have done a little bit of ink, you guys. And like a little thumb notch, but I do not know where my little doodad is. And what is a doodad, you might ask? Oh my word. 1-inch hole punch. I thought of it. I thought of it. Okay, so we've got that one there. And see, it just kind of goes in with this. Shoot, I should try to make a little hole. But when I tried that with a big hole punch, it really didn't do the best. You know, we could just use scissors. You don't have to have all the... And just do it a little bit. Let's just make it a little bit of a curve. I don't know if I can get it to turn like that. There, that's not too bad. I can live with that. And then just a little ink so it looks like it. There we go, look. That's not so bad. Ta-da! I did it. Okay, let's see, what else? So that was that one side, and then we can put this side over here, and I'll just cut this part off so we can bump it over. And then let's do a little finger hole here. That's not too bad, you guys. Okay, are you excited to see what everybody else is going to use for their papers and what they're going to do? You know, when you're doing these things and you're doing them live, there's no telling what you might do that then you're like, well, I wish I wouldn't have done that. And that's exactly what I did the other day with the other night when I did that little giftable folio thing out of, the base was out of one piece of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, and I got done and I'm looking at the little label thing that I used on the front, and I'm like, shoot, I wish I'd have put white behind it because it doesn't really stand out. And by then it was glued down really well. I'm like, well, it is what it is. It was what it was. But that's what happens. And you know, so that's a big difference in doing things live and having something that you are recording, right? When you're having something and you're recording it, you've got a lot more control. Like when you're doing something like this, it's just like you almost feel like you're trying to do it on the fly. Okay, so this one, oh shoot, was this the other piece I had? Oh yeah, so this one goes up, and so you can find the other piece that looks like that somewhere. It's gonna be in here somewhere. Lots of fun pages. Well, I'm skipping a bunch. They're sticking together. So I know, oh, why is that stuck? That's odd. How would that be stuck? Oh, that's the pocket. Yes, the pocket should be stuck on. Well, I know I can find it. Here it is. There we go. There it is right there. So let's go ahead and cut a little bit of this off. And then I'm going to cut the white border off. If you guys want to make any guesses on what the other ladies are going to have for the themes inside their journals? I don't know. Oh, I do know. I know what Jimmy Lou's is. I take that back. She told us what it was. But if you don't know, I'm not going to tell you so you can watch and find out. Okay. Let's see. All right. So I'm just going to put this up here. Look at that. Fun. And then we'll just do another three-sided one with three-sided pocket. Well, actually, let's leave this inside piece open. That gives it a little bit more room without having to put glue tabs on. So that'll work nice. You guys, how many of you have sewing machines that you use very often? I'm curious about that. The one that I have that currently is giving me fits, I bought before we ever got married. So it's probably about 50 years old, at least. And so it just now is kind of giving me problems. Let's see. Yes. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Kathy. Yes, Sue, that is what Jimmy Lou's is. Now, I don't know what anybody else says. So this gives us a little bit of a, a looser place to tuck something in. Okay, so now I've shown you how you can use pages that match the other pages that you've printed. We can just make a pocket out of that. And I showed you how to use things that were kind of a mistake. If you print them upside down, like the back and the front are upside down, you can cut them in half, and then you've got something you can use both sides of. So let's see. I've got some fun little ephemera things here. This is from the third set, and I kind of cut some of these up, and look how great these go. Isn't that fun? Martha says her Kenmore is almost 59. Great. Your sewing machine is covered in dust. You know what? My mom had a Bernina, and I had taken it and had it serviced when we brought it here after she was gone, and I brought it here. And, we really didn't know that it needed much anything. We have a great place that does services sewing machines and stuff here. And I've had other things done there, and the guy doesn't really charge that much. But this time, this one that had been serviced had been sitting there, and I really hadn't used it very much. And when I got ready to use it, it just runs. The needle doesn't go up and down, but it go rrr. So I opened up the top, and I'm sad to say it looks like there's some belt that has disintegrated in there. I'm like, oh, that's no good. That is no good. Look at this fun little thing, this little pocket. Let me give it a tiny bit of ink. And I printed this on some cardstock. And some of this ephemera, I thought it would be nicer if it was a little bit sturdier. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up in here, and I am going to try and keep that in there. I'm going to score it so that it will bend better, and make this cute little pocket. Look how cute that is. Except now we're going to have to decide where to put it. Look how cute. It's almost, I wonder if they meant it to be like a little seed packet, because it does say wildflowers on it. Isn't that cute? I like that. I don't know. Not sure I like that white sticking out. You know what? Let's put a little ink on that so it doesn't look so white in there. I'll just kind of buff it in here in that center. Oop, I didn't get it quite far enough this way. Just put some more on. There we go. I like that. That'll work. And now let's just glue it shut, except if I was making this, I would not have this much bulk right here. And I'm just going to cut through both of these pieces as they're folded up here. And trim that off. And then I don't have so much bulk. Basically, I've mitered the corner a little bit more. Okay. I'm just going to glue that Little glue tabs. This is cute. I couldn't believe how well that these all coordinated with their colors. And they're all different people, different creators. Hi, Carrie. How are you? Karen says she has a cheap, simple sewing machine. Bought an embroidery machine. You know what? I bought one of those too, and I've never done anything that was very fancy on it. And I'm like, why did I do that? I had a good, decent sewing machine, and you know, I've got mine. Being the age it is, it's all metal and it's pretty heavy duty. And Sue says she bought a beautiful sewing and embroidery machine. Small brother from Walmart. She's had it since 2021. That's great. Yeah, I bought a little brother sewing machine when I was kind of having problems with mine, and I like it. It has moved to a place I can't get my hands on it right now, so I gotta bring it back in the house. Yeah, so I've got two. I have mine, and I had it repaired, and now I've got that problem with the bobbin and those threads doing goofy stuff on the back. Okay. So I've got all kinds of fun little things here. This is kind of pretty. I cut this out. I'm thinking to put this right here. This is the first page in here, and this says, "A meadow is a sanctuary for the soul." And I think I'm going to put it right here. I think that would be really pretty right as we open it. And it has a nice contrast. Like I said, I'm more reminded of contrast after my yellow label incident on top of those. Hi, Sherry. That's okay. Thanks for being here. So I'm just going to glue it right on there flat. It doesn't need to serve a purpose right now. I'll just put it on there, and there it is. So let's see. And you know, one of these other papers, let's see if this is one. This is a nice print. Oh, actually, you know what? I've got this other set came with, let's see, there's this, maybe that's the only one I'm thinking of. Do you ever use things and you've dreamed up stuff that didn't even exist? I'm always doing that. No, here was one. I was right. There was another one. This is kind of pretty. And we could put this here and it kind of be a tuck spot, except it's more flat along this side. Sue says she thinks sewing machines should come with a lifetime of loaded bobbins. I don't mind doing that. That's funny. So let's use this for a tuck spot. So we're just gonna kind of glue some along two sides. Maybe not even all the way over on the bottom, because it kind of makes that big curve. Hi, Diane. Where did I get my printables? Actually, it's 3. And up farther in the comments, it's there. When I'm finished, I will actually put it in the description of the video, okay? I didn't put it in there yet because the FB doesn't really like a lot of links in our stuff, and I didn't want it to get lost, so to speak. So then we can tuck some goodies in there. I like that. And I don't know, should we put this here? I don't know. I like to leave some amount of space so that people can do other things, because then it actually would give you some writing space. It doesn't have lines, but you know, not everybody has to have lines. Oh, this would be kind of pretty to put the wildflower packet right here along the wildflowers. I kind of like that. What do you think of that, you guys? You like it there, or do you think that's too busy? What do you think? Yes or no? Give me a thumbs up or hearts if you like the wildflower thing there. You know what? I like to have a bobbin in like black, one in white, and one in a cream color to really, you know, I feel like I can get by with those three pretty much. And look, it's kind of pretty back here, except we're getting ready to cover that up. You know, you could print this twice and then use this in another place on the, you know, and this would have been, I'll tell you what, too. If a person had thought about it and had this ready when they did the signature, you could sew this right in the signature. Wouldn't that be fun? And it would be right in there and you could see both sides. So that's something to think about if you've got, you know, right there. Put it in a tuck spot. Oh, you think it should just, oh, that's a good idea. Just put it in a tuck spot so you can take it out. And then you can see both sides. True, you could do something like that. But we don't have to do that. We've got all these other things we can make a tuck spot. Let's see if we've got something. Oh, I know. Let me see if I can find it. Look, this would make a cute tuck spot with these little birds. Let's do one like that. And we don't have to make it real big either. Let's do it like that. Yes, it is so pretty on both sides. Thanks for saying that. Wendy, that was a great idea. You guys, like I said, sometimes when you're doing this live, whoops, that's the wrong thing. When you're doing it live, you're just not thinking of all the stuff. Let's see. And I think I want the whole thing. Or maybe we just put this across the bottom of one. Maybe we do that. You know, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut off part of this. And then I'm going to fussy cut a little bit around here. I'm not going to use all of that border. Like that. And I'm just going to do kind of a little scallopy thing like this. And then pull it up here. And just do something different. They all don't have to be just sharp lines. I don't know. That might be kind of goofy. Let's see. That might be too goofy looking. Oh, that's kind of silly. You know what? Let's do, but I tell you what. Let's do this. I did want to put some flowers along the edge. I think that'll be cute. That's kind of a severe angle, but let's see if it'll tuck in there. Not on this page, but probably need it a little bit longer. Okay, let's see. Do we have another one of those? Fail. That's a fail. I don't like it. Here's a different one with this bird. Let's do this one. Okay, here's the trimmer. I got my trimmer buried under here somewhere. Okay. Let's see. just cut it off and cut some more of it off. And let's cut it. Whoops, I keep grabbing the score thing. Do it like this and cut it straight across here. Okay, I'm gonna like this better, even if I just said it doesn't have to be all straight hard lines. I like that better, but is it gonna be too tall? Pretty much. Oh, I keep doing that. And let's curve this little sharp line here. And let's curve this one. And let's find a spot for this. And how does this look in here? Not so hot. I'm still not thrilled with that, you guys. Maybe there's something else that came with it. Oh, I like that a lot better. Let's put a little ink on it. Sometimes the easiest thing was the best, right? How about a paper clip on the side? Oh, there's even a better idea. I like that idea too. Let's see. You guys are good. You guys are good. That would be fun. And just put it anywhere. Where was that page that we were talking about doing it? It had wildflowers on it. I know that. It's not that one. Now I don't know. Here, this would be kind of cute to do it like that. Except that would clip that pocket kind of closed. We could do it like that. Oh, here. Just put it over here. I think I've got some paper clips right here that we could use. Oh, look, it's a blue one. What's on the other side of this? Look, we could put that there and just tuck it in. If we can get it on there. Well, my goodness. I'm struggling, people. So you could still get it off and see how cute it is. And there it's there. The blue clip is kind of nice. It kind of goes nice with this. They're kind of a blue place there. You like that, Wendy? You liked it with the birds. I liked it with the birds, except I liked it with the little birds, but then I cut too much off. I wish I hadn't cut so much off. Now this one, I think we could still maybe use this. I kind of like the bird bath idea of it sticking up there. That's kind of cute. We could make that a pocket. Oh, look here. We could just put that there. Oh, I got my glue uncapped. Let me put a little ink on here. I don't know. What do you think of that? I don't know. I'm not wild on that one. Here is a cute little thing that looks like postage stamps. It's beautiful. I know, it is. It's really cute. So many cute things. Now, I thought this would make a cute little tuck spot somewhere on the side. Or it came like this. Now I kind of wish I would have left it alone and cut it in long strips instead. But of course it would have had to have only been like only 3 would go across. So that wouldn't have completely fit like that. But this is cute. This would be a cute tuck spot though too. Oh, this would be, let's put this one here. Then we've got a page here that could have something, and then we could put something tucked in there. And I've got a couple of things. Yep, that was open just long enough to get a little bit dried out. I'm anxious to see what everybody else does. And you know, a tuck, oh shoot. You guys, I just put that on that. I'm gonna take it off. Kind of wipe some of that glue up. That's that onion skin paper. I don't think that's gonna be super sturdy. Let's put it here. Some things are more just because they're pretty and not that functional, in my opinion anyway. There we go. And then I've got another couple of little things here. Or there were these couple of little cards. That would be kind of cute. Here was one pocket that was in here with this bunny. Some of this kind of reminds me more spring-like and like Easter. That I really didn't want to use all of those. I think the rest of the wildflowers though, and you know, a lot of wildflowers do bloom in the spring. That's certainly true. See, what else have we got going on here? And there were a couple of these fun little things. Oh, let's put one up here. Those always make a fun thing at the top, to tuck something in at the top and just have it held right there like that. And it already has a little bit of color around there. I might want to put a little more glue there to make it tighter. Like that. You guys, I've got other lace. I've got all kinds of stuff. I don't like that. This probably looks too busy, but see what we can do is we can tuck it up under there. And some of these other things that I told you were kind of my misprints. A lot of them have one side that is good. And so for some of these, you know, we could make like some kind of a pocket and use it that way too. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's so many things that we can do. And here, I want you to help me decide. This is a group activity. But you guys, look what else I found. I've got these ribbons that, you know, I can still tuck in there because it has so many kinds of colors. I found this at Hobby Lobby yesterday, and I'm like, well, that's kind of fun. I really don't have colors like this of trims. And then I also found buttons like this, and they were fairly inexpensive. But what I want you to do is help me pick a butterfly for the front. I didn't realize, I thought these were just paper things and I wasn't going to have to print them. I didn't realize they were kind of thick. So they're like a heavier, I don't actually know what they're made out of. what does it say? It just says dimensional stickers. So there you have it. So I was thinking maybe this one, because it kind of coordinates really well with the colors on the front. There's that one, and there's this one with a little bit more yellow on the wings. But I thought one of those two might be the best choice out of all of these. What do you guys think? Do you see one you like best? And I'm going to call this one number 1 and this one number 2. What do you guys think? You think one of those? This is pretty too. It has a lot of contrast and some of the green colors. But what do you think? Do you see one you like? Sometimes too many options are just, they're so hard. You could use those extra pages as belly bands. Yes, that's a great idea. Molly says 2, Carrie says 1, Wendy's 1, 1, 1. We got lots of 1s. Molly, they've outvoted you. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and do one. Oh, they're kind of, oh, they feel kind of foamy-like. So I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to put some glue on. I think just half of it. Put that on and let it stay right there. And it is almost time. Molly didn't have her meeting this morning. What kind of meeting? Oh, actually, there's enough. I should have used some Fabri-Tac and just used, you know what, I still can. We'll use both kinds of glue in case one doesn't work as well. Oh my goodness. I know, Molly, I'm so sorry. That's just a sad day. Just gonna put a little under here and pop it down. There we go. I'm gonna tap it and make sure that glue goes back down. I tell you what, I don't know why it's come clear out of the top. It's been standing up this whole time. I'm gonna make sure I get it screwed down really good and everything. I want to get one of those Sugar Bell bottles. You know, those are made for icing. And I can remember when people started saying that those were great for that. I'm like thinking, I would never need that. I just like my little one. But I tell you what, I had one of these, and you know what? This stuff is not super cheap. You guys, Hobby Lobby has a, no, not Hobby Lobby. Sorry. Joanne has a coupon that's 50% off an item. And when I went to check out, the girl goes, and do you have a coupon for that? And I go, sure. I go, why would I shop without a coupon? And so then I was looking in my phone in the app and I couldn't find it. And so she helped me. She just brought up the browser. She goes, may I? I go, sure, if you got a better coupon than that. And so she just went in there and, you know, in the browser, she just Googled something like Joanne's coupon or something, and it pops up, and there was a 50% off one. And I'm like, well, and there I was back there trying to decide which was the better deal, the big bottle or the small one. So I appreciated that. We all appreciate people trying to save us money, right? And you guys, I think all 3 of the kits that I had listed, and I will, like I said, I'll put them back in the description. I think all 3 of them in Etsy are on sale right now. So, so if that's something that you are interested in, that's always good to know, right? Oh my goodness. You guys, thanks so much for being here with me today. Thanks for those of you who sprinkled me out into the universe out there, and I am so happy to have you know, been a part of this inaugural Journal Pals event. And thank you, Jimmy Lou, for having me. This has been a lot of fun. I can hardly wait to see what everybody else does. Oh, thanks, Rhonda. You know, there's still a lot to do on it, but you know, we've got a pretty good start, right? And I think that there are just so many things that you can do with tuck spots and little pockets and all kinds of stuff. And yes, we don't even have a single belly band yet, so that's another good one to think about putting in. So it is time for me to go. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And like I said, you guys, thanks so much for being here. We have 3 more ladies. That's right. We've got, oh, and I didn't even tell you who they are. So we've got Lisa is after me. And then I can't remember. I think Jimmy Lou, are you last? And then Lindy from Taterbuggin, she's going to be with us today. And then Jimmy Lou. So that's our 4 ladies today. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.